turned on the light, and her husband spun around, startled, clutching their baby. If this was her husband, then who was he?
You think you can rank better than me?
Brought her in. She looked scared and asked him to check the closet. The father smiled and walked over, but as he pulled the closet door open, his face went numb. It was his daughter. She was crying, trembling. He completely froze in horror before slapping his head back to the bed. It was empty. He was panicked for a moment, but he shook it off. It must have just been his imagination. He calmed his daughter, tucked her in for real this time, and left the room. The dark room settled for a moment, but then the closet door slowly creaked open. Friends were exploring the haunted theater, which had been abandoned for years. Locals told stories about unexplained noises and things moving by themselves, claiming the building was haunted. But it was scheduled to be torn down the next day, meaning this was their only chance to explore it. One of them joked about holding a seance. The others laughed until they reached the stage. A bowl of salt, a brood skull, a blade, and an open book with a drawing of an old woman's twisted face. Then a faint sound came from the rafters. It almost sounded like a woman screaming in fear. Two of the friends laughed and stepped closer, but the third shook his head, saying it felt wrong. They kept urging him, promising that it was just for fun. Finally, he sighed and climbed onto the stage. They stood around the circle and joined hands. The air grew still, but they heard a soft scraping sound. It was the blade. It started to tremble. It scraped across the floor, slowly turning toward them. Then the massive curtain dropped with a heavy crash, and the whole stage collapsed. The next morning, the demo crew searched the ruins. No sign of anyone inside, just a crushed skull, a sharp knife, and a book with a drawing. It was 3 terrified teens sketched on the page. When the wrecking ball hit, the workers swore they heard screams coming from inside the walls. A new cleaning robot, and it picked up its own packaging, using AI to predict and detect messes. It vacuumed spills before they even hit the ground. It nagged Dad about his socks and chased the kids with a feather duster. It became part of the family, until one day it threw their groceries away, then the dog's bed, then their shoes.
Best potential eliminated.
It chirped. Then the dog vanished. The kids searched and the parents called until they noticed a robot dragging a trash bag. It jingled, and the squeaky toy bounced free.
Best potential eliminated. Floors secure.
A bloody broken broom lay nearby. For a second they stared, but when the robot grabbed the handle, it ran.
Further best potential.
They locked themselves in the bedroom, and Dad pulled a shotgun from the closet. Suddenly, the door exploded inward. In the chaos, rang out. Everything was a blur. The next morning, there was silence. The house gleamed. Not a stain, not a sock, not a sound.
Best potential eliminated.
They set up a baby monitor to keep an eye on their daughter, because recently they had noticed open drawers and crooked window blinds, things that made them uneasy. The camera was a way to make sure nothing odd was happening. Hours later, in the middle of the night, the monitor crackled awake, instantly jolting her from sleep. She glanced at the screen and saw her husband standing over the crib, cradling their baby. She felt relieved, until she realized her husband was lying right next to her. Panic surged as she grabbed a baseball bat and bolted into the nursery.